In order for us to get started, the very first thing you need to do is download and install Meteor from Meteor.com, where you'll find a button or link that says Install Meteor, and that will take you to specific instructions according to what operating system you're using. So if you're using Windows, you have to download and install the official Meteor installer. If you're on Mac or on Linux, all you have to do is open a terminal and copy and paste that command in your terminal and press enter. That will download and install Meteor. How can you know when Meteor is actually installed? You can just type Meteor in your terminal, and that will bring in this text explaining what you have to do to create a new Meteor project. You can create a folder where you put all of your Meteor projects. That's up to you how you want to organize your hard drive. What I do is I have a folder called Meteor in my home directory, and then I normally have one folder for each project. But in this case, to organize the lessons better, I've created this subfolder. So the project that I'm going to be creating will be in this subfolder. But in your case, it could just be inside of Meteor or in whichever folder you prefer. So to create a new project, we'll use the Meteor command that I just typed. And throughout this course, you'll be using the Meteor command for many different things, such as creating projects, deploying a project, running a project locally, or adding packages to an existing project, and other things as well. So if you type Meteor help --help, that will give you all the options for Meteor. So we need to create a new project, and I'm gonna call this message board. So Meteor create message board that downloads from the web and prepares all the files for the new project. So the project's now created, and it tells me that I can access it now. So we can just type in cd message board, and I can actually run this right away by typing in Meteor. This will be an example project that comes with the framework. So while that is prepared for us, let's take a look at the actual files that were created, the sample files. So if you go to your file explorer, you'll see that this message board project was created, and inside we have three files: CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. What's inside of each one of those files? Let's take a quick look. So the CSS file is empty, and the HTML file contains some sample HTML. Look at this part and this part. This is called a template, and it's a block of HTML code that can be inserted somewhere in your page. So this is the actual page that will be shown, and this is a template that will be added here with the name hello. These types of tags is something that we'll be looking into in the different examples, and it's a language called spacebars that comes with Meteor, and that you can use for these kinds of things. So in this case, all we have here is a button that says click me, and somewhere here it says you press the button counter times. Now look at these double curly brackets. Those are used to show something on this placeholder. Now if we go to the JS file, you'll have some interesting parts. And again, all of this will be covered with a lot of detail as we go through the course. But a quick look will be, at first we have an if statement that says whether this is in the client, and then we have another one that says whether this is in the server. So that's an interesting thing. This same piece of code gets executed both on the client side, on your browser, and on the server side as well. And these statements allow us to execute the different code according to where you are at. And if you add code that's outside of these if statements, the code will be executed on both parts. That's a magic thing you can do with Meteor. So all this code is doing is really listening for a click event and setting up a variable in the session that gets increased each time that you click. And then that counter placeholder that we saw is actually comes from this helper method, And again, don't feel overwhelmed by all the terminology. This is all going to be covered step by step. This basically allows us to show that counter on the page. So we said that we were going to run this, and that's what we did by calling Meteor. And this gives us the location where we can access this file, this project. So it's running its own local web server in our computer. This comes with MongoDB. You don't have to install MongoDB separately. It came once we downloaded and installed Meteor. So let's see what this brings up in the browser. So we have welcome to Meteor, click me. You press the button 0 times. And as you click, this number increases.